keeping my eyes closed. So we have a little surprise here for Jordan. We're gonna see what he thinks.
It's a little heavy. Okay. Oh, that's a turbo. That is a turbo. That's a turbo.
Let's look at it.
Oh, man.
Frick.
Damn, it's actually
Frick.
Nice. So that was the $200 Amazon special. And it really doesn't look bad. It's not too shabby.
I like it. How about this? We're gonna start a new intro.
I'm just gonna
Hey
put it on
guys, today I'm gonna be installing a new whatever the hell that is turbo on my 2000 and something new Honda Accord.
Really chuck it on the hood. This thing has been sitting neglected for 3 or 4 months now. Ever since the last tour of destruction, which I don't know if I've shown any videos of that, so I'll pop one up here and you can see what it did. Basically, it did not work. I don't know if we have a transmission issue, a torque converter issue, or what it is, but it's not running the way it should be. I think the motor is fine, but I think it's just the transmission issue. But either way, we're gonna put that aside for today, and we're gonna start on something new, which I'm sure I've already brought you in on. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing cleaned up and get in the garage so we can start on it. Ooh, power steering pump's going. Probably should turn that off. Let's do a 4-month cold start. My Lord, it is hot in here. Well, it still fires up. Well, we have a pretty heavy miss. For some reason, we're not getting anything from this cylinder. It's not even close to hot. Let me give it a little rev for you. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. So we're going to cut it off and look into that. Well, seems to be good now. I don't know what the problem with that cylinder was at the beginning, unless it was just already fouled from sitting for so long. Maybe it had oil on it or something, I don't know. But it seems to be running good now, so I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess, take that header back off after it cools down, and we're gonna start on this turbo kit. So my original plan was I wanted to have the turbo low enough that we could have a hood on it, but I don't think it's gonna happen looking at it now. So with the new log that I bought for the passenger side, it's supposed to have a T4 flange on it, and you can just mount the turbo straight to the exhaust manifold, which is right here. So as you can see, that sits probably a good 4 to 5 inches off of the bottom, or off of the top of the flange. So if we hold 4 to 5 inches above that flange, we're probably gonna be right here. So the turbo is probably gonna sit roughly this high. It's probably gonna be pretty close to sitting to where the top of this header is. So we're definitely not going to be able to have the hood on if that's the case. So now part of me wants to figure somewhere else out for it, but considering we've already bought a log that has a T4 flange on it, we might just go with what we got for now. I really wanted it to be sleeper. I really wanted to have the turbo under the hood, but honestly, I guess it'd be kind of cool to have a big old turbo sticking out of the hood anyway, so we can do it Ruby style, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and let it cool down for a minute. I'm going to pop that header off, and we're going to pop that log on and start building it out. Well, we have a turbo mounted. It's not fully mounted, still missing a couple bolts. I don't have everything completely bolted in, but it's on there. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I never really thought I'd see a turbo in this car, but here we are. So I think the last thing I'm gonna do for today before I pack it up and call it a day is I'm gonna put a down pipe, but instead of going down, I'm going to go up. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up some 4-inch pipe and just go up with it. So let's see how this goes. It's gonna be a process getting the welder set up and everything, but let's give it a shot. We got the up pipe finished, and now we have everything else we should need, other than, I think we're just missing the oil lines for the turbo, but other than that, we're ready to start throwing stuff together and then finish fabricating everything to make it work. So Jordan's here today. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this and try and tackle it and get most of it done today. Well, we have a turbo in there with the up pipe installed. We have our wastegate installed for the most part. We'll probably run it up just to try and match the up pipe on it, but for now we're gonna jump on the other side. We're gonna take the old Zoomy off, go grab our old manifold with our pipe running out. We're gonna cut it off and weld stainless to wrap under the car. I'm gonna wrap it back over here, kind of standard stuff. So we're gonna jump into it, break out the welder here in a minute, and try and get as much done as we can today. The only thing that sucks is we just don't have the oil feed lines, so we really can't start it even if we wanted to. Also, dead battery. It's showing negative on the multimeter. I've never seen that happen before, but somehow we have a negative battery, negative 3 volts. So that's cool, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into getting that Zoomy off and getting the exhaust wrapped under and get the wastegate pipe, and then we'll be that much closer. All right, so we've managed to get the hot side done, and about the only thing we have left is cold side and oil, but let me go ahead and show you what we got done so far. There's the hot side. Don't take too good of a look at it because it's not the best. It was kind of a pain in the ass, and I didn't want to take the time to do pie cuts and make it really nice, so it's just kind of a couple tubes put together with a couple bends, and it should work. So we got that, got it connected down here, got the turbo fully put on, other than, like I said, oil and cold side, and the wastegate. So I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up, make sure it sounds all right, make sure it doesn't sound like there's any exhaust leaks. For right now, I have this wire shoved in the turbo just so it can't dry spin. I'm sure you're probably not supposed to run it too long either with just getting it hot without running oil through it, so I'm not gonna run it too long. But I just wanna run the car for a minute, make sure that we have all 8 and make sure we don't have any exhaust leaks. So I'm gonna go flip the power and we're gonna run it and see what happens. Power on. All right, so the car's still in jacks down, still gotta lift it up. I don't plan on taking it back down just because I am gonna have to crawl back under the car just to hook the oil line up. So for now, we're just gonna start it up with it on the jacks. Let's flip power. I think we might be low on gas, but it'll be okay. Well, that got the turbo moving because with that pop, it slung our wire out. So let's put that back in there. Like I said, I'm just doing that to hold it. It's not a ton of pressure or anything. It's more or less just there to stop it from dry spinning. So let's try it again. And now I was trying to start it in clear flood mode just to make sure that we didn't have any residual gas or anything in the cylinders because I didn't want it to fire up really fast. It should be good now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit it and see how it goes. Well, I think I'm about at the point where I'm going to stop for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and do the oil lines real quick, and I might work on the cold side a little bit. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm about done. And as you can see, we did have a nice transmission leak down there. We've still got old lines off of like an old Silverado, old hard lines that have been bent and mangled, and it's time to get rid of them because clearly they're not working good anymore. So I went on ahead and ordered a AN kit, AN line fitting kit. It's supposed to be good for a 4L60, so we'll toss it on in a couple of days, but for now I can't really run it because of that, because we were just puking transmission oil everywhere. So for now I'm going to go ahead and finish the oil part on the turbo. Like I said, maybe touch the cold side, I don't know yet. But we're going to go ahead and start working on that, and we'll see how far we can get. Alright, so it's been a couple of days, I'm finally back. We got a couple of things done. One, we got the transmission lines on. AN lines all the way down to the transmission. We kind of have it sketchily hooked up here. I still got to get some proper fittings for it, but nonetheless, that's hooked up. And I finally got the oil for the turbo plumbed in. It's not pretty at all. I just had to do what I had to do to make it work for now. We'll get some proper fittings and probably have to just move it to a different location later on, but this is what we got so far. So we've got this line running down there to the oil cooler. So that joins in right there, comes all the way back up here to the top of the turbo. And that's all fine and dandy. And then we have to come down here to this AN line, which comes off the bottom. And as you can see, it does the loop-de-loop. I know it's not the proper way to do it, but as far as I'm concerned, as long as that turbo has pressure going to it, it's going to be able to fight its way through that loop. So it shouldn't be a big issue. I know it's probably not the best way to do it, but for now, that's all I got. So the main thing we have left to do besides buttoning up a couple things is we still have to put the cold side on, and we went on ahead and bought a decent intercooler for $175. I mean, $175, it don't look bad. 4-inch core. The welds honestly don't look bad on it. The core itself doesn't look bad. So short of putting the cold side on, putting the vacuum lines for the wastegate and the blow-off valve, that's about all we have left to do. So just for today and to end off this video, we're gonna start it up, let it run for a minute, try and hear some turbo noises. Probably spool it up a couple times, just open turbo, just hear what it sounds like. Make sure everything looks proper, make sure I don't have any leaks anywhere. So let's fire it up and see how it does. I'm going to take the oil line feed off of the turbo and make sure we have oil there. Let's just make sure we got some oil here. Well, there's oil there. So I'm going to take it as actually, I don't know. I kind of want to start it with that off just to be sure. I might just put it into a bottle real quick and just kind of dangle it here just to be sure. All right, let's see if we got oil pressure. Oh yeah, we got oil. I don't know if that's too much oil or not. It came squirting out of there, I'll give it that.
That's what she said.
Let's back it out. far it's running pretty good. Blowing quite a bit of quite a bit of air out. So far it seems to be doing good. I think I'm done for the day. We're gonna pack it up. The next video you guys will see will be of us working on the cold side and getting it complete and actually taking it on a drive, so that should be fun. So I'm gonna go in and clean up, but I'll see you guys in the next one. We really appreciate you watching. See you later.